air scene is like ready to unfold, and then Fiona is here, and he's got a thing going on. So like, if
Yeah.
everybody's here that needs to get stuff done.
Yes, and we will begin with Mollymort. So, mere moments ago, you climbed down your way through the cliff face and down following a rope dangling on the other end. You hope is an allergen. You see a slight light in the distance, a shimmering, almost like a star, but it's in the exact opposite direction, and you're inside of a cave. And when you reach the bottom of the cliff face, about 60 feet below you, you used the spinners, the web from your giant spider form to lower yourself an additional 50 feet. But you just don't have more. You've out of web, and you decided that you were going to grab and to continue to climb down on the rope. Uh, that is where we begin. Would you like to continue down?
I mean, it doesn't feel safe, does it?
What's my
I maybe an intelligence. I don't know.
Well, we can go with intelligence.
What's going on? Okay. My thought on it is that because she's in spider form, she would actually have a pretty good idea of what feels secure and whatnot, since that's like a natural ability of spiders.
I mean, I don't have a bonus for insight, just intelligence is -4. Oh, no, I keep my own mental stats. Never mind.
You keep your mental stats. Yes.
But yeah, like since you're a creature that makes web and stuff like that,
15.
I don't know.
Well, I got 18.
That's pretty good. You notice that as you get onto it with your sensitive spider-like hands, and not really hands per se, more like, well, anyway, the not pincers. Hang on.
They're generally referred to as legs.
Yeah, but what are the tips of the legs?
Gotta be a name for them. Exactly.
If you give me a moment, I could go look that up.
Yeah,
I do remember that off the top of my head.
It says legs. I got spinnerets right, but
Spider feet.
yeah.
They spider feet.
I mean, that's what I've always heard them called.
Yeah, using the tarsus, the ending tendrils of the leg, you grasp onto this rope and you can feel the light vibrations through it, like guitar strings, signaling to you that the rope is under a bit of strain from you being on it. It might be that you're a little heavy. You might be pushing the rope to its limits, but it hasn't broken yet. And it might never break.
I'm not gonna push my luck. I got my own web. I'm gonna get back onto my own web and like strum the rope to give Aladrin a signal that I'm there.
Indeed.
Because that's how spiders communicate.
Nice. Aladrin, you on this giant, or rather at the end of this rope, dangling who knows how far up into the air, you feel the rope beginning to shake almost violently. Maybe someone's sawing at the rope. Maybe that's what's happening. You got pulled up just a few moments ago and then dropped again, and now there's strange vibrations.
How far above the ground am I? Because I dropped a little bit of light down, so I have a rough idea.
You dropped a piece of silver that had light cast upon it, and you saw it disappear into the darkness, and rather it faded into the darkness and then dropped below. You don't really know. It's difficult to tell distance just by a light. You just know that there's a light, and it's far enough away that you can only discern it as a light, and you can't really tell the size of it. It's just a pinpoint of light. But you can see just the beginning of some dark shapes, and you know that you can see about 60 feet with your dark vision, so 50, 60 feet below you might be the tops of the ground, but you can only just discern some off black shapes in the darkness.
Molly, is that accurate?
I'm
Looks
I'm
about
gonna
right.
start. I'm gonna start trying to climb up.
Okay.
Maybe.
I will
And hope I
remind
don't
you.
fall.
Yeah, I'll remind you, although I doubt it'll come up, you are under a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a strength athletics check to attempt to climb up this rope and do so at disadvantage.
That's a natural one.
Oh god, Oliver's gonna die.
The natural one plus what though?
9, so a 10.
Yeah. If it were anything but a natural one, like you could have rolled a
Yeah.
3 and been fine. But yeah, you've been hanging on this thing for quite a while. You're looking down, and you've just been kind of holding it in. You're like, I think it's time to climb back up. But you didn't realize that hanging for that long had a bit of an effect on you. You just go to grab onto it, and as soon as you let go, you just and down you go. Mollymore, you feel the rope suddenly become a bit slack, but up top, greetings, Armus.
I am so
Hello
sorry.
there.
No, so
You're just in time for my death.
oh no.
I
No
was
funny.
first prize at a brewery.
That's true. A lot has happened.
Ah, fuck.
IRL,
Sorry.
I mean.
Let's see.
My fucking Discord didn't even go off either until I opened it.
That's fine. You weren't here last week, so I will do a quick refresher so that you know roughly where everyone is.
Alright.
You all had teleported into a kind of monastery where seemingly all of the monks had either self-immolated or were forcefully immolated, tough to tell. And you climbed down out of the mountain and walked through a valley into a small town in which you discussed with an innkeeper about the closest location to get to where the drow live. And he, after a substantial bribe, happily pointed you in the direction of the nearest entrance to the nearest drow city. Once you followed that path, you found a camp of dwarves, a large dwarven army of sorts. And upon proving that you had a legendary and powerful weapon, they said that they would happily bring you in and let you join them on an incursion into this city.
Oh, gee.
On this incursion into this city, you found the drow city almost entirely empty. You found nothing. You broke off in the main group because they seemed to just be searching room from room, and y'all weren't interested in a full clear right now. And so you explored, air quotes, until you found yourselves well and away from the map. And continuing to explore, you found a kind of room. I say kind of room.
Kind of
that
room?
It was a room, much like several other rooms before it, but the difference between this one and the others is that a large corner of it had collapsed down and was turned into an almost endless cavern below.
Yeah, that sounds like a trap to me. Okay.
Well, maybe, maybe not. So essentially, there's this sort of dark Grand Canyon going through this closet, this storeroom, and they decided to climb down it and into it They tied all the ropes together to get 250 feet of rope, and then used a grappling hook along the closest door, which was 30 feet away from the edge, allowing the rope to go down 220 feet. Aladrin climbed down like a boss and has done really well, and surely nothing bad will come of that. Mollymore, becoming impatient at Aladrin being up at the top, decided to go into giant spider form and climb down as well. And just moments ago, Theon said he heard something, or rather, he didn't say it, but he detected someone behind, and then he ninja'd and had just now grappled them. Now, Theon, you are grappling, it seems like an elf, and he is in your strong arms going, kind of freaking out. And he's trying to wiggle free, but he's not doing a good job.
Jesus.
Well, first thing that like I'm not here to hurt, but you down, and I need to know why you're spying on.
Do you think this would be a persuasion or an intimidation?
Either way, I have a 0 to it. So.
Well, up to you. Do you want to say it? Are you saying it in a friendly way or in a shut up or else?
I'd probably be saying it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion. See how friendly you are. Persuasion charisma check, please.
14.
That is fairly decent. He he does not urinate, which is good. He seems to calm down. You can feel him shivering a little bit, and he just starts to nod.
If I let go of your mouth, you're not gonna scream, right?
He nods.
I move my hand away from his mouth, but I still have my hand up so I can clasp it back if he tries anything. And I'm still holding him.
Mm-hmm. You do so.
So what are you doing here? Why are you spying on us?
I wasn't spying on you. I saw you and I was curious what y'all were doing. Are you with the dwarves?
I guess you could say that. Come with me. And Dion doesn't let him down. He just walks with him.
That's fairly easy. This is a rather diminutive elf.
Dion brings him to the party.
Lee looks at him and says, "Has he always been in our party? I don't recognize this guy. It's kind of dark."
Exactly. I don't know what's going on, but I figured you guys would have a better grasp of what to ask it, because I just don't.
Yeah, he's a bespectacled individual with his hair in a ponytail. He looks most closely. I guess if I were to give him any description, have you seen the Disney Atlantis movie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Milo? Yeah,
This
Milo.
is a $20 gift card.
Yeah, imagine Milo as an elf with a ponytail. Yeah, that. Anyway, he doesn't seem to like you just carrying him, but he doesn't really resist.
So, like, who are you? Why are you here? Like, what's your deal?
Let's see.
I offer him a piece of candy.
He does not. So he says, "I'm Airben, and I'll tell you if you tell me."
We're here to find a magic weapon.
Magic what?
It's a magic bow.
A bow.
Yeah.
Like a really like. Oh, you mean like the bow?
Yeah, and we're looking for some necromancers too from the drow.
Well, they're. How do I know that you're not with the dwarves?
I mean, we kind of are. I mean, not really. They made us join their party, and I put up air quotes when they came in, but they kind of seem ridiculous and stupid. So,
That they are.
how about? Yeah, we honestly rather just be.
They
Well,
are
really,
dwarves. You can see Philbin like.
I say, settle down now. Settle down. But
We'll keep an eye on the birds. Okay. Okay.
what?
Something about birds.
Oh, the birds got in. Okay.
Oh, pardon me. I didn't realize I thought I was on push to talk.
You're fine.
Chickens.
Yeah. I forgot what was going on. Oh, right. Well, I mean, we're not really with them. We actually are a neutral party that kind of represent our own interests here. We just had to pass through them to get in, and they kind of made us go with them. But yeah, we want to talk to the drow.
He nods and he says, "I can facilitate that."
Okay, that would be very nice. We have a friend down in that hole. We'll probably need to pull him up.
He says, "Yeah, I saw that. It's a bit strange. Yeah, I wouldn't go down that way. It's extremely dangerous.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Philbin?
far. I don't know how you even have enough rope. And at the bottom are a bunch of giant stone spikes."
That sounds pretty dangerous. I I clear my throat and I nudge Philbin.
Huh?
I clear my throat and I nudge Philbin and I'm like, "Can you send a sending to Aldrin and tell him that we're gonna pull him up?"
Meanwhile, so Allison, the rope has disappeared from your fingertips. Do you have any thoughts as you fall through darkness with nothing above you but a rope disappearing through your dark vision?
Oh, this is a bad time. No, I don't have any other thoughts. That's it. Just this is bad.
It's just like, oh, this might. All right.
Yeah.
How far is he from me?
You can't even see him. Well, what in terms of vision for a giant spider? I assume you have dark vision.
I have blind sight, in fact, as well as dark vision for 60 feet.
So I will grant that even though he's further than 60 feet, he's only a little further, and you can
Well, I
feel
mean,
through
the
the
blind
rope.
sight only goes 10 feet, but I
Ah.
also have the web sets.
Let's
Is it
see,
like
web
magical
sense.
darkness? Because I have 120 feet of that.
Web sense just means that if he's touching your web, but he's not. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to count it as close enough in that you can feel through the rope, that the rope is suddenly minus 1 hour.
Do I have any chance of trying to recharge my web to catch him?
I will let you roll 1d6, and if you roll a 5 or a 6, I'll let you take a blind shot at it. Only because I think this is epic.
God, I hope this works.
I do too.
Me too.
I'm gonna splat real hard, guys.
Well, you'll hit spike, so you won't exactly splat. You'll more. Have you ever
Slick.
heard of Vlad the Impaler?
I wonder if that was those dark shapes that you could barely see.
Or played Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Just the spike pit.
Yeah.
This might be a good
I'm
time to
the
go
bug.
into it.
I'm the bug. I'm supposed to be doing the sliding, if anyone, but I rolled a 1.
Okay. You can feel that Aldrin has left the rope, and you're like, "Oh, don't forgot anything?" Nope, got nothing. So further below, Aldrin's just thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be bad."
Yeah.
Can I see him falling?
No. He is 220 feet away from the top of the cliff.
Oh, okay.
Aladrin,
Absolute darkness.
does falling
Well,
make
there's
you
a
angry?
lot of light down there. But
Just a little bit, but
Quick, go into a rage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
I
you're
just-
really pissed off that you're falling.
I don't know if my rage would run out before I hit the ground. I don't know how long I'm going to be falling.
Not too long.
How long does the rage last for you?
Unless I take damage or hit someone 6
Hit yourself.
seconds.
Well, I mean that's probably long enough to hit the ground at this rate.
32 feet per second. So I would imagine that this would piss you off pretty hard.
Oh yeah. Then I'd rage and hope I can not die.
That's fine. So, we're just gonna roll. Let's go with a luck. Go ahead and roll a D100 to see if you land on a spike or not a spike.
Alright.
Maybe
I'll let you know. The spikes would involve less falling damage, but more of other damage.
Yeah.
true.
So in this case,
I'm gonna switch my luck.
balances out. But less spike would be better.
Depending on how long he's falling, maybe he could like orient himself
Yeah.
to somehow take less damage. I don't know.
That's kind of what this is. It's like, but he's in free fall. He doesn't have a lot here.
Yeah.
Or, well, I'll grant this too, Aldrin. You could, if you want, make an acrobatics check to attempt to twist yourself in midair.
Mm. I'll go with the D100, which is a 62.
Okay, that's not bad. You just plummet in just to see if by luck you hit a spike or not.
Yeah.
And let's see here. I roll my D100. It's one of those. I don't want to roll dice, so I am just gonna roll them in the automated chat.
Oh dear.
It's not bad. It's fine. It's Halidrin. It's okay.
Mm.
So you, at first, take 18 falling damage, but
Okay.
you don't really even feel that too much, at least right away.
I sense a butt.
He's still raging.
You did land on spikes.
I mean, he took damage, so theoretically he'd still. Oh my god.
Oh no.
So you take an additional 30, which is
Alright.
basically the normal falling damage plus D10 if you landed on the spikes. So you take the falling damage plus the spike damage. So you take 48 damage, and you land right on top of a stalagmite. Well, slightly to the side, and it's tremendously uncomfortable. And then you begin to roll down it heavily. Do you want to do anything to try and control this stumbling roll, or do you just want to ragdoll?
I am curious. Does this still get halved?
I will add. Yeah, that's 18 bludgeoning and 30 piercing. So
that was already halved?
you can have it, actually. That's
Oh,
not
wow.
Okay.
Wow, you got so lucky.
15. You're fine.
Yeah.
He's just a barbarian.
That's so lucky.
I just
All those
imagine it
rolls.
being like an action movie. He like catches the end of the stalactite enough to keep it from sinking into his arm too much.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and hold myself onto the top of the stalagmite so I don't go all the way down.
Go ahead and make a strength athletics check. Now, you do not get to make this at advantage because you still have disadvantage, so it
Yeah.
counters the advantage from your rage.
Flat.
The lowest is a 12 plus 9, so that would be a 21.
Well, you don't do lowest. You're just at even advantage. You don't have further.
Yeah.
You're just at even because you normally would have advantage from rage, right?
Yeah.
So the disadvantage cancels your advantage. You just have your normal roll.
So I rolled again, and that's a 3 plus 9, so 12.
That is enough to soon slow your halt, I should say, or rather halt your fall, and right yourself as you try to grab onto this harsh stone, and you're just kind of hugging this spike. You feel all kinds of not good with the exhaustion and the pain and the hitting, and it's so dark. And in fact, as you close your eyes and open your eyes, there's very little difference. It's just not pleasant. Meanwhile, up at the very top, Philbin says, "Sure. What do you want the sending to say?"
Yeah, just tell him we're gonna pull him back up. Do we notice the weight change? Well, actually, we wouldn't because the goat's holding it
The
up,
goat is holding it up. Yeah, the goat's
and
just
Lee is not perceptive enough to notice the goat struggling.
Yeah. Well, the goat isn't struggling at all. He doesn't seem to have any effect whatsoever.
Even with Molly on the rope.
No,
I'm
the
not
goat is.
currently on the rope, I don't think. Because I'd
You
like to
actually-
keep off and strum it.
I thought you actually were still on the rope. Either way, doesn't matter. The goat is not struggling. Yeah. And in you hear the voice of Philbin. Hey, Eldrin, we're gonna just hang on to the rope. We're gonna go ahead and pull you up, okay?
This is hilarious.
You're about 6
Is
seconds
that your
too
response?
late.
Just
It's perfect.
You're 6 seconds too late.
Oh,
Please
well,
say
damn.
it's too late.
Yeah.
So that's what Philbin hears is it's too late.
Yeah. So, Mollymort, you have felt the evacuation of one Alidrin from the rope. You attempted to push out a little bit spiderweb to maybe try and catch him, but to fail. What would you like to do?
Can I take the web that I've already spun out and detach it from the wall and reattach it to the end of the rope to extend the rope?
I'm not sure, but you could, given enough time, you could just put out more web. If you just take a few minutes, have a sandwich, relax, you should be able to do it. And make more. But in terms of unsticking it, you could try to break it
More
off.
cutting it than unsticking it.
You could potentially cut it. What do you have to cut it with as a giant spider?
I can bite.
can't you just go down there as a giant spider with spider walk?
I could try, but I don't know how big this place is.
Yeah, the tricky part is that the cliff goes down about 60 feet from where you all are standing. And then beyond that, it's just vast emptiness of a large cavern, and you don't know how big it would be. To walk all the way to the edges and down, you don't know what to take.
Yeah, I'm gonna make another attempt to do more web at
Okay.
the end of the rope this time.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll another. Just you climb on down. As you climb down, in fact, you can see more. There's a light down there. There's definitely not an Alidrin. It's pretty clear what probably happened. So,
Well, I finally rolled a 6, so I can go down lower.
you can.
I'm
Add
sure she
another-
heard him go, ah!
Well, I used my web sense to know he fell.
Yeah, I don't think Alidrin would make that noise.
I think Alder would make
very
something
long.
falling. He wouldn't go,
But you can add another 60 feet onto the rope, which gets you down pretty good distance.
Can I
200
see Aladrin from there?
As you lower yourself down, you can see a pile of Aladrin hanging onto a stalagmite.
I imagine
Stalagmite.
Aldrin would yell something while falling. Probably "Damn you, Tiamat."
Yeah. something close to that.
It was one of those things where he's just falling and it's just like, I don't even know. I did not see this coming at all. To me, Aladrin, who would think? But anyway, at the top, Philbin lets you know that Aldrin says it's 6 seconds too late. I guess he got to the bottom, jumped on his own, maybe.
I guess. He's at the bottom. Can we pull him up?
Philbin grabs the rope and is able to easily haul any resistance.
Oh no.
Empty.
Hey, what was your name again? My elf friend?
He goes, Arban.
Arbab.
Arban.
Akban.
Ahmed.
Ahmed. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a lot of hearing damage.
Arban.
Arban.
Whatever.
Arban. Hell yeah. Can it seems like our friend is down at the bottom of that pit. Could you bring us down there to collect him?
He says that's not super easy, but sure.
Okay.
But on the condition that you help me get my family out.
Sure. Wait, where are they stuck?
Well, they're not stuck. We're in hiding up here.
Oh yeah. You need our help to get your family down to the bottom or out of down here?
We can get down, but we don't want to be down there.
Oh, okay, yeah, we could help you get out. I kind of don't like those dwarves. They seem kind of insane and bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
So
We would
yeah,
rather
we'll
get out-
definitely help you.
We would rather get out in a way that doesn't involve.
Doesn't involve. I mean, okay, we can help that.
He nods and says, "This has been a surprisingly easy and he's got a smile on his face."
I point to Fionn and I'm like, I mean, he's really really sneaky. I mean, he could probably get you guys out no problem.
He says, "That's very good, very good." So
I mean, no, seriously, he's very sneaky. You wouldn't believe how sneaky he is.
I do believe it. I did see it. So would you like me to
Rather didn't.
kind of indicate with my nose and forehead which direction to go, or?
Oh yeah. Fionn puts him down.
Oh, yeah. Lee didn't even put it together that he was being held. He's like, oh, I didn't know you were that short.
He dusts himself off a little bit and adjusts his glasses and nods and says, "Okay, this way." And he starts walking off the direction you all came.
Okay, I offer him a piece of candy.
He accepts it and says, "Thank you. There's
Yay.
not a lot of good things down here."
Is there some way we should? And I look to the rest of the group and I say, is there some way we should let Molly know that we're going down to try to get Aldrin, or you think she'll know to just try to get to Aldrin herself?
Fionn says, I think I can, if I know my spider talk, I think I can maybe. And Fionn kind of walks over, kind of like a little bit, I guess.
Well, hang on. Let's see what's going on at the downside there. So, Molly Mort, you have gotten to the bottom of this with your spider web. You are able to connect the rope at the bottom, basically just getting to the tops of these stalagmites. What would you like to do? And you and Alendrin are just down there at the bottom of this rope. You can see that these stalagmites, for whatever reason, you're at the top of them. There's a couple of them around, and they look to be about 20 feet tall, but you can just kind of slide down them.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide down because I'm sick of holding on to things.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll offer Aladin a bit of support so it's like a controlled slide down.
Yeah.
Right. Do you go down with him entirely?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So you all are at the bottom of this giant room thing cave in a forest of tall stalagmites. It's a bit daunting. You're not quite sure even which direction to go. You can see the dim glow of a magically lit piece of silver somewhere off nearby. Beyond that, as you look up, it's just a nightless sky, or rather, a skyless night.
I don't know what to do now. I didn't think I'd get this far.
You could ask. You and Molly could figure something out.
Yeah.
So unprepared, he doesn't even know what to do when Plan A works.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna walk towards the silver.
Right. Now abandoned, the rope. You all probably don't even notice. Well, Mollymort, is your spider web still attached to the? Like, are you still attached to the rope at the end of it, or?
If I can be, then yes.
Yes. You notice a bit of a tug. Somebody seems to be pulling on the rope.
I'll pat Aladrin and gesture up to the rope.
They're still pulling us up. I
Are you-
guess we. I don't know. I guess we try and get up the rope.
Fiona, how are you communicating with them? Like through Morse code or something, or spider Morse code?
That's what I was assuming. I don't know if my speech of beast and leaf can translate into this, but that was my intention was spider Morse code.
Negative. It does not reach to the bottom. But so, Aldrin, grabbing a hold of this rope and holding on, or
Does it feel like they're trying to pull it upwards, or is someone just,
I mean, Mollymort's just sensed that through the spider webbing that is still attached to her, that somebody's just tugging on the rope a little bit.
I'm going to shout up, "Hello!"
Do we hear it?
Yeah, at the very top, well, just here, because he's only like 100 yards away. It's not an outrageous distance to yell, but it is oddly muffled, and it comes along with some echo.
Because I feel like I've asked Philbin to use message too often, I'm going to write on a piece of paper. We found somebody who can guide us down to where you're at, and I'm basically just gonna wrap it in something heavy like a rock and just drop it down there.
Okay. Well, as you start to yell back, Arban goes,
No, we didn't yell back. We were dropping a note
Well,
quietly.
okay, but still, as the yell came up, he's just like, try to be quiet. There are dangerous things about. So you're taking a rock of some kind and
Yes.
kind of pasting a piece of paper on it and dropping it through this hole and just hoping for the best.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
And it
The
should fall
rope-
straight down the same way as the rope.
If the rock hits Eldrin in the head and kills him, I don't.
Yeah, Lee, let's go with another. There's no skill that can be involved here. It's just blind
No, it should.
luck.
It
Go ahead and
should.
roll another D100 or roll a D100. I'm just curious.
Let's do this.
If you roll a 1, it is going to kill out.
A rock to the head would kill Aldrin?
That's some good falling distance.
From 200,
Good velocity.
yeah, from 250 feet up, yes, it will.
Terminal velocity, the pointy, sharp edge just goes straight into my head.
I think terminal velocity would prevent it from hurting him that bad. But yeah, I'll roll.
A rock going 100 miles an hour, crush him.
32.
All right, that's not too bad. You just drop this rock down there. At the bottom, Aldrin, are you holding on to the spider web, ready to get pulled up?
Oh, I'm standing near it.
Okay, and Mollymort, you're still connected. You hear a loud cracking noise somewhere nearby.
I'll head over to
It's
investigate.
like a rock falling. Would you rather focus on the glowing coin, or do you want to go investigate the noise?
The glowing coin might give him enough light. I don't know.
It would give him some light. I mean, it's bright light for like 30 feet.
Is that okay?
But
I
he's
mean,
got
it's a
dark vision,
cantrip.
so
You could probably just cast it on anything and just walk over.
within reason, yeah. But it's a piece of silver. So Aldrin, you're gonna go investigate.
Yeah, because the coin is still there. I think light lasts for like an hour,
Yeah, the coin's there. That's fine. So
so I'll
go,
go check out the.
Mollymort,
sound.
can you go with him to investigate the?
I'll try to be like midway between him and the rope.
Okay. Now you are still connected with the web and the rope, so it is kind of still a leash, and you can feel a bit of a tug. Speaking of, at the top, Philbin picked up the end of the rope and was like, "Here, it's got no slack at all." And you are like, "All right, well, let's pull." And you start to pull, and it's got a lot less than. I mean, this is heavy. You don't know how Philbin lifted it this far on his own.
Holy crap! I don't know.
It almost feels like there's a giant spider on the other end.
Well, we know she turned into a giant spider, so if we have a lot of resistance, we'd probably just let it go.
All right. So, Aldrin, let's go with for investigating the noise, perhaps a perception or investigation.
I'll go with perception because that's a much higher bonus than a 0.
Okay.
That is I believe that would be a 14. Yeah, 14.
14 is enough. You find, as you look through, for the most part, the ground is fairly even and devoid of many effects. There's not a lot of rocks, but in some areas, well, okay, you haven't gotten to those areas. As you look around, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot. Just there's stuff. You don't see any other people. You don't hear any breathing. You don't see any footsteps. But you do notice a rock with a note on it.
Just a post-it note.
Just a post-it note on it that says something along the lines of, what did you say, Lee?
It basically says, "Hey, we found somebody that can bring us down there. So just I guess hold tight. I guess I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along the lines of, "We found somebody who can lead us down to where you're at."
Yes. So you have that option of just go up the rope or wait. Who knows long? Either.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna stick near the rope, but I'm gonna wander around, see what there is to offer down here.
Okay. In terms of the rope, though, I mean, are you guys just gonna leave the rope up top?
Technically, it's attached to a grappling hook that's supposed to be on one of the corners, but that's not really super. What do you call it? Secure.
Correct.
So we could leave that, but I mean, honestly, it feels like to me that it'd be better just to push it down the hole. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if it's a
Yeah. I think I'd probably suggest that we unhook it and push it down the hole.
I mean, I know I'm not there, so I really can't say anything, but I really wish you wouldn't do that in case we can't get back out.
I mean, you're not going to be able to get back out without us there anyway, because it's not going to be secure enough to climb up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give you guys the false hope of thinking that you can get back out because you don't know that we're not there, and it's poorly secured. So it seems like a
So
better.
we'll
You
completely
could leave the
eliminate.
goat.
I mean, I guess I would probably honestly opt to push it down the hole and bring the goat with us.
It might occur to you all that this elf might, not necessarily to you, Lee, but this elf might be lying. And right now, there's a rope down there with a teammate or two on it. And if you throw the rope down, that might mean that you will not be able to get them out without getting more rope.
All right, we could pull it up then. I don't know.
am attached.
I don't know then, because there's no way that both of you could get back up.
I have
could
spider
climb.
climbing. I think I'd be fine.
Yeah, they could just climb back up.
Well, the rope isn't going to support them though.
I do think I would be, since I've been having issues spinning web, I will make an attempt to spin more web while Aladrin is investigating this.
That's fair. Yeah, Aldrin, if you want, I mean, how far you want to go? How thorough you're being? What are you looking for?
How far away is the coin from the rope?
The coin's not too far. It's only about 30 feet or so. It's kind of on the other side of, like 2 stalagmites away.
Uh, I'll probably be 60 feet away from the rope so that I can still keep it in eye line, but make a perimeter around it.
Okay. As you look around, you find a tremendous amount of in terms of broken rock. And it looks like, for whatever reason, probably because people were fiddling with stuff, the above area collapsed and it seemed to have landed here. You came at the very sort of edge of it, and it looks like it all kind of fell into certain areas, but it's just a pretty large debris field of just destruction. And it looks like it was just a cave in.
Alright.
But as you look around further, you find nothing. It's just emptiness and dark and nothing.
Alright.
It's cold and damp, a little damp, You find the
Yeah.
occasional puddle, but beyond that, it seems to be pretty terrible.
Yeah. I guess I'll just stick here until the rest of the party comes and finds us.
Unfortunately, that is legitimately the best option that Lee could think of. That doesn't mean that's the best option. That means it's the best one that his dumbass could think of, and nobody else had any other ideas. So I guess that's what we're doing.
All right. So you're gonna throw the rope in, or just?
I mean, I think that's probably what Lee would try to do if nobody stops him.
I mean, I think it's better that he has the Aladrin has.
I think Philbin will try to convince you to maybe not throw the rope in.
Oh. Okay.
Persuasion check.
I mean, I think if he said it, I would just do it.
True,
Yeah.
this is Philbin.
He's like, they can just climb out. How do we know that we can trust this guy?
That's fair, but the rope won't be able to support them without us here to hold it, right?
Yeah, but we could just hold it.
Well, yeah, but we're following this guy.
All right.
I don't think. Sure, I don't think Aladrin's in a position to climb up because after just climbing
you
down.
don't know that.
I will again that the goat is there to hold on to the rope, and I am down there to assist.
I mean, if Philbin suggests that, I think Lee might do it, but
Yeah, Philbin's basically just like, how do we know we can even trust this guy?
that's fair. What do you want me to do?
Will you leave the goat?
I guess I will. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I guess I'll leave the grappling hook in the wall and the goat to pull to hold it secure and pull you guys up if you need it. I'll give him instructions that if he feels a tug, or her instructions that if she feels a tug to hold tight, let you guys climb up.
She nods and seems to accept these instructions, and she just kind of sits down and rests a bit, waiting.
I am a little nervous whether it's safe or not for her to be here by herself, but I'm gonna go along with Araban.
I mean, it's not like she can die.
Don't say such things. She's my baby.
I'm saying you don't have to worry about that. It's never gonna happen. She's a good girl.
Arben, despite Philbin's protesting otherwise, says that he is thoroughly trustworthy and that he will absolutely be able to get you down there to get you all just as soon as you help his family.
Anybody want to insight check that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Lee wouldn't. Lee trusts him, but like out of character.
17.
That's pretty darn good. This guy's selling something. This doesn't. I mean, he'll help you get down there when he say. You notice that, especially this time when he said it, he'll help you get down to your friends after you help his family. I don't know.
I think the only column on it, and you're. Oh, but,
Yeah.
I can tell there's something.
Didn't he originally say that he'd help us first? Okay, Lee. I don't think Lee would put that together until you say it. But yeah, like after you say that, he's like, yeah, we gotta get them first to help get them out.
And he says, "Well, that's the deal. If you want help, that's the price."
Oh, all right. I guess we can do this ourselves. And I turn back around and walk back towards the rope.
He laughs and says, "Good luck," and he starts to walk away.
I wave. It was nice to meet you.
Bye.
Fion grabs his shoulder, and this is probably not going to go well, but I want to make an intimidation check.
What is the goal of this intimidation?
Well, basically what I'm going to say to him is like, listen, said you'd help. Change your word. I don't.
Oh. You could squeeze his shoulder hard and kind of. I think you can get advantage from that thing that you have, right?
Actually, maybe.
You use a Crimson Right to do it, I think.
Oh no, that's just on. I don't have that yet, and it's for information and survival check.
I thought you could use your Crimson Right to do an intimidation.
I don't.
Anyway, I think I've been around to know when he's gonna try to do something like that. So I'm gonna have Habram fly over, land on his shoulder, and just stare at the guy with his little big guys.
Yeah,
See if I can help with the intimidation.
you're deeply underground. I mean, he's probably with you. I mean, there's nowhere to fly.
Oh yeah, when we're not flying, he's on my shoulder. But I was gonna have him like land on Fion's shoulder and just
Mhm.
staring into the soul of this guy to try and help with the intimidation.
Well, I mean, either way, somebody roll me a dice. Make
He
some
can.
intimidation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says level 11 is when you get that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was really early levels, but that's probably because it was at the beginning of the article. So to be fair, you are a giant.
That's an 18. And what I'm saying to him, now listen, you told us we would
You get
go.
bonuses?
No.
That's fucking good, dude. That's an awesome roll.
Yeah, imagine if you had bonuses with that. Wow.
I have nothing to any charisma with that.
What are you saying?
Listen, you said you would. Now I know some of my friends here won't be as aggressive. Probably won't agree with this, but he tightens his grip on his shoulder. It is honestly probably as hard as Fion can, but you need the help, and I don't think I'm gonna let you leave. You help.
He's sitting under the paint. What do you need? What?
Hold up your end of the deal.
What end of the what deal?
Help us get down there.
You have a rope. Just climb down.
Help us find our people, and we'll help you with yours.
He's very difficult.
He's a little whiny.
He is very whiny.
Still hurting.
I guess I'll let up on the grip a little bit, but I keep my hand on his shoulder, and I'm looking him dead in the eyes, like mugging the hell out of him.
I mean, like he said he could lead us down.
He said he would if we helped him get his family out. That was the.
Before he said he would help, he would lead us down there, and if we helped him get his family out. So not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, that was the deal.
Well, then he changed the deal later, making it where we had to get his family out first.
Yeah. Like, look, dude, like we our full, we had our full squad to help you out, and it's going to defeat the purpose. We have to get you out and then come back. And who's to say that you even will come back after we get you and your family out? Go.
Well, I'm insulted that you think that you can't take my. But he's pointing at the ropes. Like, are they long enough? How far do they go down? Do they go all the way?
We're not sure. And also, one of our party members is currently a giant spider, so we can't really pull her up.
He goes, yeah, there's a lot of.
Advantage on intimidation.
What does he say?
He says, yeah, there's a lot of those. I didn't know that you were affiliated with them.
I mean, she's only sometimes a giant spider.
Only sometimes? Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
Handy, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, she should be able to climb, no problem.
That's a good point. So what do you guys think? Should we just try to pull them up?
I mean, I guess so. It doesn't seem we're getting.
All right. I grab a hold of the rope and I say, "Come on, girl, let's pull." And me and Tooth Grinder start pulling.
Well, in terms of pulling, how is she pulling?
She's walking forward while having it tied around her, like kind of a harness.
Mm-hmm. And then what? This is a small room. You only get 10 feet.
I mean, walk down the hallway. Yeah, walk down the hallway, basically.
All right. She gets to about 30 to 40 feet away.
All right. What's happening down below?
Mollymort's been spitting out extra slack. This is nothing. Philbin could have pulled this much.
I've been
Huh.
trying to at least.
I'm not sure why this
Beat it a
isn't
couple times.
doing anything. Maybe
Well,
they're not
I mean,
attached to the
even
Maybe
Lee-
they're not attached.
Yeah, Lee, as you pull it, you feel easily.
This is weird. Maybe they're not holding it anymore.
Yeah, I guess they well, I guess drop another down.
Side. Philbin yells over the side, "Grab the rope! We're gonna pull you up!"
Yeah, that'll work.
And Aldrin and Mollymort, you both hear that from below. And Arban's like, don't yell. It's not good.
Let's just go ahead and get this done. Come on, guys.
Mhm.
It's been 2 hours. Like, I would
Yeah,
really like to
I'll-
get this taken care of.
I'll climb. I'll grab onto the rope.
Okay. And Mollymort, you're attached to the rope. I mean, do you want to climb, or do you want to stay, climb as a spider, or do you want to just hold on as a gnome, or hold on as a spider, or what do you want to do?
I mean, Aldrin, if there's slack, you should tie yourself in.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that, about making a little harness out of the extra rope.
I will quickly urge Aldrin to hold off a moment, and I will climb up to the ledge where I can hold on and climb up myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll tie a little harness around myself.
All right. Aldrin ties a harness around himself in spider web. As the rope up top becomes from loose to like suddenly very heavy.
All right.
But it's still tied to the goat. So Mollymort, you start to climb, but you realize you're not getting anywhere. And then all of a sudden, it's as if you finally got solid purchase, and you begin to climb your way up. And eventually, you're able to get up to the top of the ledge, and you're able to climb up the wall yourself. And up top, the rope goes from heavy to slack again, as Mollymort has left it.
Is it time to start pulling? Yeah, I just start pulling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are you asking? But yeah, you just can start pulling, and it's slack, 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 and then this feels like it weighs a whole Aldrin as you tug.
We tug Aldrin up, I guess.
Combined through the entire group, Philbin included, Arban just kind of.
Well, our band's helping.
Well, if you insist, he will help. He adds a 6 in terms of strength.
Wow, he has a really high strength.
He's quote unquote
That's
helping.
with the D20. And he doesn't tend to do much. But after a fair enough time, Aldrin, you see as you're like, what position are you going up on this rope? Are you trying to be dignified, or are you just?
He hits his head on the ledge as he comes up.
I'm trying to not look like I fell however long and almost got impaled.
Yeah.
Can
Fair.
I assist in this?
And having him look like he didn't just fall. Or was it? Do you have a disguise kit?
I'm currently a spider.
Yeah, I mean he's bruised. He
Oh.
hurt.
I got an idea. You could climb up underneath him so he could stand on top of you while you're climbing up the hole, and he could like strike a like captain's pose or something as he appears from the hole.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's one way, I guess.
He's just flexing as he comes out of the hole,
Yeah.
and for some reason he's glowing.
Yeah, Aldrin carrying your glowing piece of silver. Would you like to ride Mollymort up out of this hole, I guess?
Sure.
All right. This is for no good reason whatsoever. You all eventually get to the top of this cliff, and you have done so.
To be fair, there is a reason. He's flexing.
Yeah. And as soon as he gets to the top, Arban goes, "Great, now let's go get my family out of here."
Sounds good.
I look
Wait, is that-
very confused by it.
I don't know. We found this guy and he wants our help, and that's kind of our thing. So
Aren't we? Wouldn't it, be more help to make sure that there's a world for his family to live in?
that's true. Yeah. By the way, we're down here to get the weapon because we have to save the world from a giant evil dragon.
And he says, "Yeah, the bow whispers. That's fine. I can show you the fortress it's in, guaranteed. And we just need help. It's complicated."
Here, I can actually explain like a really good way that we can get out. You see, I think probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the plan is to once we get the bow and talk to a necromancer, we basically just teleport out. We have a pretty powerful wizard with us.
Philbin shows off with a little prestidigitation, some fireworks. Arban is not impressed.
I gesture like I'm trying to do some minor illusion, but then I remember I can't while in spider form.
It's still a pretty impressive spider form.
But yeah, that's how we can get you out. Then you won't even have to pass up through the top. We teleport you out.
He says, "That is brilliant. Yes, that's fantastic.
How big is your family, though?
It's me, my wife, and my 2 kids. And she's pregnant, if that matters. Is it okay
I
if
look-
pregnant to teleport?"
I look at Philbin. Does that count as 1.5 people?
Philbin says that's a really complicated and heated political topic, so we're not going to discuss.
Can we consider that equipment carried?
He says we're not touching that political topic. We'll talk about it if we have to, but
All
we're
right.
not talking about when you count when it becomes a +1 on teleport. How many months? Which trimester? We're not gonna.
How about we just say that's a free one to avoid the political topic?
Fair. Yeah. It counts as a carry-on. Yeah. Okay. So he says, "Great, this way. This is fantastic."
All right.
He says,
I'll follow
trying to
along.
steal supplies what I could so that we could try to get our way out. And we were getting worried about those dwarves, but teleporting out, this is fantastic. He's got a bit of a bounce in his step as he leads you all through. He's actually walking pretty quickly, and you're a bit surprised because this is a maze-like room, and he's not hesitating at all with the speed that he's going through these hallways.
Hey, Fionn. Did you steal
Yes.
anything from that inn? Did you steal anything from that inn?
From the what?
From the inn. Last session.
Like out of character, is he asking me? I said.
Oh no. Well, actually, yeah. Lee is asking you because he saw you come out.
Dion says, no. I went to the.
I was only asking because if you did, then we could teleport them out to the inn. He has an understanding that Fionn sometimes does illegal things, and he's pretty much okay with it.
Dion sheepishly pulls out a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, that'll work. Philbin, do you think you could teleport them to that inn using that bottle of whiskey?
He nods and says that should be fine. And Arban asks, "Where's this inn exactly?"
Where was it? What was it called exactly? I don't remember. It was last week. It was like the pen and the pendulum.
Is this in character? It was called the Master.
The Master?
The Master and Mace.
The Master and Mace. The Master. Yeah, it's the inn's called the Master and Mace. Lee's trying to remember you. That work?
He says, But he asks where it is.
It's outside the town over there.
Nearby, like right by here.
Yeah, it's pretty close to here. Is that
No,
not
no, no, no,
is
no.
that not what you want?
That is no. That's no good. If we wanted to live here, we could just leave. But no, we want to leave not here.
Oh, okay. Well, we're probably going to leave and go to Tyrannia after we're done here.
That would be fantastic.
How about if you help us get everything done, then we can just bring you and your whole family out when we leave.
That would be that. That sounds risky. Could you send us out before you go to get the bow?
Unfortunately, we only have the one teleport, and we only have a couple of days before the world is literally destroyed. So,
He says that sounds really bad, but at the same time, the bow is kind of with a warlord and a fortress, and I've got kids.
I totally get that, but unfortunately, I think that's probably going to have to be the deal because we are on a time crunch, and you going to Tyrannia is basically useless if it's going to be destroyed by Tiamat anyway.
He says, "Yeah, Tiamat. Oh, well, yeah, I guess."
Yeah, she's kind of leading an army to our hometown right now, so that's why we're collecting weapons.
Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. I mean, I'm sure you guys can find it there on your own. And he's basically got himself. You guys have been winding through long hallways.
Can I make a persuasion on him?
Yes.
I basically want to make a persuasion and be like, I think you should do it for your kids, do it for the world, and make sure they have a tomorrow. And I'll roll a.
I'm so mad that I can't map this all out because I'm a spider.
Yeah. You better
14.
some of these. What did you roll, Lee?
Only a 14.
Okay. He says, now to be clear, you're saying that I should let my entire family be murdered so that you all can succeed at something that may or may not exist.
Wait a second. Why do you think your whole family's going to be murdered? I'm confused on this point.
You came in with the dwarves.
Yes, but we're not with the dwarves. All I said
but-
was if you help us.
Yeah, but surely you realize they're a little.
Oh, they're crazy. Yeah, we're not with them.
Yeah, and if we don't get to leave.
Oh, they're going to try to fight us or kill us or whatever?
He sighed.
If that's what you're saying, we can take the dwarves.
He says, well, if you want to take, how about this? If you defeat all the dwarves, then I'll show you.
We do kind of have a policy of we only kill people who attack us first.
He sighed.
Lee does. He's only going to kill the dwarves if they become a direct threat to him.
After.
I mean, out of character, we did technically ally ourselves to them and agree to kill all the drow and stuff we encounter.
We definitely did not.
You did not. No.
Lee bargained so that he would only fight if they encountered drow together and were being attacked.
Yes. Yeah, you gave your words that you would fight alongside the dwarves against whatever you encounter.
Alrighty.
So, this guy is a drow, right? Or am I mistaken?
No, he's an elf.
Okay, so then I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm still.
Huh?
Why would it be bad for the dwarves to see? Why are you here in the first place with your family?
Well, because I'm here, they won't care what I have to say. They'll just try and kill me.
Also,
Go on.
Also, he twisted the shit out of my my attempt at persuading him. He said a bunch of stuff that made no sense whatsoever. Like he was like, "So you're gonna let my family die so that you can get the bow?" That's like literally the opposite of the thing that I said.
It's actually not too far off.
Well, what I said was that he could help us get the bow, and that would, guarantee that the world would be safe for his children tomorrow.
Or if you don't get the bow, then you're essentially guaranteeing that his family will be killed without him.
How? Why?
Because
Yeah,
if
that
you
one.
fail,
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense to me.
well, I mean, you're asking him to go into something that's certain death. You're asking him to die so that his kids could live. But
Oh,
if
no,
you tell
no.
his kids out, his kids would be alive already.
I mean, we're definitely not going to die.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is that with his help, we can succeed, and then all of us leave together.
He says, I'm not quite sure what you think I can do about it, but if
You
you
have
get my
information
family
and
out,
knowledge.
I can help you.
I mean, you have information and knowledge that we need, that we lack.
Okay, what information do I have?
You know how to set up a meeting with the Drow. Hopefully, not a warlike meeting, and you also have information about possibly where this war fortress is and stuff like that. You live here. You know things.
He says that he does know where the fortress is, but in terms of meeting, he gets through, after a long way of walking through these tunnels in the dark, he eventually comes to a door and opens it. And on the other side, there's a soft glow of candles, and he brings you all inside. And you can see that there's like a rug, and it's a bit warmer in here. It's actually not bad. It looks like they've tried to put some semblances of furniture from different styles and brought them all here. They, as he said, he's been kind of stealing stuff from all over the place up here to make do. He says the meeting is going to be a bit difficult. See, uh, we can't go back there because they'll kill us, but we couldn't get out because the dwarves will kill us. So we need to get around where the dwarves are, or rather, or we need to get around where the drow are, because neither of them like us.
Oh man, this is not turning out as good as I thought it was. I mean, yeah, basically all we really need is to somehow talk to the Drow. It doesn't sound like the Drow are going to be very accepting of us, no matter how we approach this. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
vote we just take the bow and cut our losses. What do you guys think?
Yeah, just a bow and that's it.
All
I
right.
do some gesturing that doesn't make any sense because I do not know how to convey what I'm thinking.
And Fiona understand you?
I mean, I'm not sure because spiders don't technically have a language, and it's not like I have any web to, you know, communicate
Charlotte's
to you.
weapon? Yeah, Charlotte's weapon.
It does specifically say that I am for gestures, body language.
Of what creatures? Of all beasts?
I can double check it real quick.
Beast and lead.
Yeah, I mean, is it all beasts or small beasts?
All beasts is a forest gnome thing. Fearbolgs are
No.
overpowered.
No, mine are small beasts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all, but I'm trying to
I'm fairly
Communicate
certain.
in a limited manner.
It's overpowered, but I'm pretty sure it is all beasts.
They can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them in return.
Really? Well, that complicates things.
Anyway. But no, Ollymort is just a dancing giant spider back there for whatever reason. Yeah. But Arban lets you in further into his home, and you get through his sort of foyer. And you can smell some kind of a stew, maybe, cooking. Some kind of a soup. It's a strong scent. And inside, he calls out to his wife, Ms., and she comes over. You can see she's a tall, her hair is kind of wavy, almost like a waterfall. Well, that's a terrible expression. But anyway, she's got long, wavy, perfectly white hair, and skin of sort of a dark ocean glass. Anyway, but she is a drow apparently, and you can see two half elf, half drow children that seem to be reading books over in the corner. And he says, "This is my family, family weirdos or adventurers that I met today." And she is very surprised, but greets you all and offers a hand to shake.
I'll shake.
She shakes back, and he says, "Honey, they can teleport us all out. Isn't that fantastic? We're going to be
I go
fine,
to
kid."
shake her hand as well.
She happily shakes your hand without any hint of surprise or disgust.
Yeah, but we do kind of still need to get the bow at least.
And she says, "Oh, the bow of whispers."
Yeah, we need that.
And she says, "That's going to be a really tough one to steal. That's for
I
sure."
believe it. What would you suggest? Drow are pretty sneaky, aren't they? It's going to be hard to sneak by them.
She nods and she says, "Well, they are very sneaky, but not very observant."
Oh, perfect.
Just
I
get
look
it,
at
and I can
Fiona.
walk right in and grab it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fiona and Ormus basically have this.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. And Arban says, "Yeah, definitely. Easy, no problem."
I also currently have a stealth of +7. Awesome.
Yeah. Our giant spider, our Ormus, and our Fiona could probably get in there no problem. Especially if me and Aldrin act as a distraction.
Mm.
And Arban says, "So let's go in the other room so we don't disturb the kids." He kind of like ushers you back into the foyer, and he
I
says,
pat
"So
one of their heads on the way through.
they smile, and then return to their books that are filled with just it looks like someone just kind of it's hard to say. It looks like blood splatter on the page. Like that's how the writing looks. It's not pleasant. But anyway,
I speak Undercommon. Do I recognize it as Undercommon?
yes, you do. They seem to be reading this twisted Elvish. In terms of the subjects, specifically what they are reading, I can actually give you the names of the books if that helps.
I mean, I was just curious if it was Undercommon or not, honestly.
Okay. One is, ooh, that is creepy. A dissertation on the infamous rulers of the barony of the Underdark. And the other is the skeletal system of. Okay, well that one's a bit strange. The skeletal system of giant spiders, and oh wait, that's not the right word. Hang on. What's the eyeballs? Huh?
Giant spiders have skeletons?
No, the beholders. There we go. The skeletal system of giant spiders and beholders. Colon, unexpected similarities. So anyway, so that's what they seem to be reading. They're doing their homework, and they kind of go and pull you into the other room. And Arban says, "So let's be absolutely clear on when you're teleporting us out. I just want to know if you're teleporting us out before you go in or after you go in."
Unfortunately, we can only do it once a day, and because of our time crunch, we're going to have to do all of it together.
Okay. What if you don't come back?
Unfortunately,
Then the world
it's
ends.
a gamble you're going to have to buy into, because if we don't come back, then you're going to have to wait for somebody else to help you.
He says, "Well, what if you teleport while you're already in there?" How do I know you're going to come back?
I give you my word, we'll come back.
Ms.
Whether that-
What if you give us all of your supplies before you go in? In that way, if you die, we have enough to escape. Or if you come back, then all will be well.
Sorry, go ahead.
He has a good point. We could at least leave some things that they could use here. Things that we don't immediately need.
I mean, yeah, I
That's
just
extremely suspicious, but
yeah. I think Fionn is going to try something. It's probably not going to work. Fionn pulls out the pocket as Eldwin. Yeah, he's got a sketched picture of her in the locket and pulls it out and holds it open. And I imagine it's probably of Drow craft since the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds it open and he shows it to him and he's, "You're not just some I understand. I understand what you are going through here. I understand why you want to get out. I know not everybody's bad. I've had people taken away from me the way that you fear you're gonna have. And my vow since that day, never let that happen to anyone else. So we're not gonna just leave without you. We're not gonna let ourselves be down. Be back for you."
yeah, literally the reason that we
They nod and say, that's well and good. So, if you leave supplies, are we agreed then?
I mean, I don't mind just giving you some stuff.
That works too.
I
But we
also
would like the teleportation if it's available.
do what?
Well, they would still like the teleportation if it's available.
Yeah, we'll give you the teleportation. But afterwards, since it's a wizard, it's a thing that our wizard is going to be doing. You know, we can't exactly just give you teleportation.
Yeah,
I mean, they say that, yeah, they would like supplies, but the supplies are the secondary. If they could be teleported out, they would prefer that.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, we're going to come back and teleport you out.
They'll
Yeah.
settle for the supplies.
Well, that's the thing. We'll leave the supplies here, and then we'll come back and teleport you out. That's the plan.
Yeah, every time you guys say that you're going to come back, they're like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You guys probably never heard of us, but we've killed warlords before, or well, kind of warlords. He's more of a politician, but he was a really shitty politician.
Oh, but that sounds like it was a good thing.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
yeah,
He was a
the
communist.
avatar of the Dark God.
Yeah, he was actually from here. That's how we got here. Is we used his notebook.
Avatar of a dark god, and he was a communist.
Fucking commies.
Well, not that there's anything wrong with communism. So Arban says that the fortress that you're asking about is in the heart of the sort of breaker fortresses between here and the actual Drow city, because these are the abandoned ruins. Nobody's lived up here. I mean, there's some Verfevelin up here for the most part, but not a lot. But down there in the actual Underdark, it's like an 8-mile hike down to there. And then that's basically, it's like 8 miles from down from there to get to the fortress. But he says, yeah, it's a hard hike, but he'll show you the way. And his wife is just like, that's such a tough journey, really shouldn't be, but she's rubbing her big belly.
I'll probably leave everything that I don't need for getting into the castle and getting the the stuff, I'll just probably leave it here.
So like rations and
I'll probably bring some rations just in case if this takes longer than I think.
all right.
How long did you say it would take?
It's 8 miles to get there, and that's climbing. 8 miles of like spelunking
Okay.
and hiking.
Well, she can ride on Tooth Gnasher, if anything. She's not going to hike at all.
That's true. Yeah, I'll leave like my extra axes and armor and stuff. Yeah, pretty much the stuff that I don't need. Whoops.
Are there any other supplies anyone else is willing to leave? They're really for like food and
Yeah.
and rope.
Food, rations, tinder, that. I'm gonna bring my water skin. Probably, I'm gonna bring my rope and stuff.
I'm currently a spider, so my equipment kind of melded with me.
That's fair.
Again, still look through the character sheet, realize that he must be various monster parts.
Good to eat. Yeah, that's good eating.
I have a
Yeah.
lot of like clothing and dress up stuff.
I do
Um,
have
I
some
do
like
have-
eel jerky. I'll leave them that.
Nice.
I mostly just have a lot of weapons.
Yeah. Miz starts bringing out various shaped bowls and cups of a warm mushroom stew. It's like a thick, almost like a mushroom porridge.
All right. All right.
That quite a bit. Philbin just kind of gives it a and
Young Gold probably had this one.
Mollymort, even you are offered a plate of this sort of a mushrooms porridge. It's put near your mandibles.
I will make an eager attempt to eat this.
You succeed in some respect.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just you.
All right. I was gonna ask the party if they thought that I should dress for stealth for this.
Probably.
All right, I'm gonna put on my. I'm
Wait,
gonna put on my.
who else was going to stealth in? I thought it was just going to be me and Theon. And maybe
Yeah.
Molly.
Basically, I was saying we should make a plan, and if you guys need me to be stealthy for this plan, or if you guys need me to be loud, obvious, and heavily armored.
Philbin says that's actually a good question. He's not very good with stealth.
But I can be good with stealth.
Well, no, but Philbin isn't. He says maybe he should stay up here. Or
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Actually, I like the idea of leaving Philbin here because if we don't return, Philbin can leave with them.
They're very happy with that idea.
Yeah, we'll leave our wizard here. If we don't return within a certain amount of time, you can leave without us.
They think that is.
Should we leave someone else here with Theon? Or not Theon, wow.
Philbin?
I mean, honestly, we need our party for
Yeah,
this. We
we don't need
and-
the whole party, but it's just I don't feel comfortable leaving Philbin alone.
with a pregnant lady and 2 children. I think Philbin can handle himself. He's a powerful wizard.
Without us, I think, is the thing. Or rather, us without him.
I feel comfortable without him.
What I was more or less thinking is that Philbin would help us. I can cast invisibility on myself, but I can't cast it on someone else while I'm invisible. If we had Philbin with us, me and
doesn't need the
going invisible
Yeah, like
to get.
I have the ring that basically allows me to be like several advantages, and like to the point where if anybody does hear me, I can spend a charge to make a deception check to make them think that they they just heard like an echo of a whisper.
Yeah, bear with me here. I'm thinking what we should do is Fionn, Ormus, and possibly Molly, if she's can turn back into a spider or whatever, sneak in, and possibly me and Alatrin could either act as a diversion, or we could both try to sneak in with them. But we need to know which one we're gonna do because I gotta wear different equipment for those. What's the plan?
I
We
would-
go in full, or we go in stealth and split the party distraction.
My thought is that full party stealth best option. You know, if we go with the distraction route, it's probably working getting us the bow, but also we'd have to get back out and collect you guys before we came back. And chances are that if there was distraction, we'd have to lose way back.
That is true. All right. The biggest issue with going stealth is that I'm not nearly as protected as I would be. So I'm not going to be as useful in a fight.
I think we should do a small team to stealth. Honestly.
All right.
As worst case, I have invisibility. I have dimension. I have darkness as a grip.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying is like obviously Ormus, Fionn, and Molly most likely will be going in. Possibly Aladrin, because he's probably got pretty decent stealth too. But it does still come down to what purpose Lee is going to be serving here. Is he going to be sneaking in with you guys? Or is he going to be standing outside and waiting? Or what's the idea?
If I may posit, I think the best idea would be to just have him wait outside. That way we can lean on the distraction if we need to, but not make that plan.
All right. If we do that, I would kind of like to have Aladrin with me. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, back up.
Because I really don't want to be out there by myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I would think it would be best if we don't bother about this whole.
Yeah. So let's see. Ormus, Molly, and Fionn are infiltrating, while Aladrin, Lee, and Tooth Grinder wait outside.
Buddy system.
I'll leave Habram with you guys. He may not be able to do much in combat, but at least I'll be able to look in through him and see how your status is.
I mean, like that'll be good to keep communication open. Because since we don't have Philbin, it'll be hard to keep in communication, so that'll be perfect.
Fionn asked Arbon, know if the warlord has the bow on him at all times, or like not use like an item that prays or.
He says, "Oh, it's used," and Miz says that it is considered to be the sort of. It's akin to a crown. It signifies a point of rank and also is extremely powerful. It is usually held and wielded.
Right.
In fact, just stealing it could give you, in fact, the sway of an entire army, perhaps.
Huh. This is gonna be really hard to steal.
I kind of like that.
Is it weird that I just imagine on Skyrim self stealing this guy and now against you?
Nope, because I thought the same thing. Like, we grab it, claim it as ours, show them like, hey, yeah, we got rank now, bitch. You follow us, and
this is really good.
What would we do about the dwarves in that case?
Have an army drow.
We also, we also can teleport out. Well, with a group.
All right, so we all agree on Lee and Aladrin waiting outside for us. and Molly, Ormus, and I going in, stealthing, trying to steal it, probably off of the back.
Yeah.
Before we agree to that, can I ask Yonder about how much time I have left? I've spent in Spider.
In terms of
You
spending
got key mind,
spider
don't you?
form, it's probably not been more than about 20 or 30 minutes.
All right, then I'm good to go. I got this for 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, if you get there, assuming you make, even with, because Theon, does your no difficult terrain thing for long travel, does that work in all environments, or
Yes.
okay, that will be helpful for sure with a lot of this hiking and things to get through these different spots, because from that our band can give you a direction and you're able to move. And I guess at that, our band would be like, all right, let's, does now work? I'm not really sure what time it is, day or night, because it's been a long time since we've seen the sun, but better sooner than later, right, guys?
I mean,
Yeah.
the world is burning
Don't
to the
worry.
ground. Now is pretty much always the best.
I
Yeah.
strike the ground to indicate about what time it is, like 4 o'clock or so.
In terms of actual time, it's barely noon. Like it's early.
Uh,
All right.
Get there at night.
Track of
Be
time
perfect.
in the dark.
I was gonna say, obviously Erebon is not going in, but he could at least give what he knows about, the layout of the fortress if he knows anything, and that could help Ormus, Fiona.
He says he's not actually been to that particular fortress, and he's not really sure the bow is there, but it's usually there. So,
I hope it is.
but they didn't really let him in there. And Ms. says that she went once, but she's not one to remember that sort of thing. And unfortunately,
Do you at least remember where the bow or where his station, where he stays, is his house? Because that might be very beneficial.
she shakes her head, and she says she's not really sure of the layout inside.
Last question for review: any details about the personality, anything that we say persuade him, maybe avoid fighting an entire army if we have to.
Yeah, Arban says, yeah, he's an arrogant prick.
So assassinate him.
Miz goes, easy. Well, he's strong and charming, and Arvan's like, and she's like, well, he can be arrogant, and he's not especially pleasant, and he's really hoping for a fight. Once the dwarves get down there, that's kind of his whole thing, because he wants to fight dwarves and expand more. And
Oh, so
I love
quickly,
the
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't think the dwarves are going to get down there. Those guys are idiots.
they're idiots, you say?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't think they're ever going to get down there. They don't seem to have any sort of, like, tactical mindset whatsoever. They just kind of ran around in circles the entire time we saw.
Arban says that, yeah, they do seem to be that way, but they've been very methodical, and they've cleaned out every single room that they've gone to, and it's only a matter of time before they finish up here, and then they find the way down there.
Yeah, but see, what I saw them doing is they clear out the same rooms they had already cleared out, just again, and then basically what I noticed is they got tired and left.
Yeah, like I guarantee you, my mind's running that any use around the war, the Drow force would not be any problem by now.
Yeah, so like, I guess we should go ahead and head out.
Do this. On is this Jordan Undercommon. This is great, thank you.
Did we lose connection?
Possibly.
So I can only hear
I
you.
hear you guys.
I hear you guys.
I can hear everyone.
Okay.
Yonder's
Hold on, I think I know what the problem is. Never mind, I was wrong.
I don't know. Yonder, if you can hear us, we can't hear you.
You.
I'll take this opportunity to go out to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Lee fights Aladrin. Hiya!
I'm already like 20 hit points down. It's okay.
Do this. Bare knuckle boxing.
Sure.
Alright. Hiya!
What's the worst that could happen?
We should come up with something really weird to be doing when Yonder comes back.
Oh god, what's the weirdest thing that we could do?
We could be like wrestling salamanders or something, giant salamanders. I don't know. In a
No,
pit.
no.
And then we chop his head off.
Yeah.
Just say that when he comes back in.
We're playing with the heads of the children.
Oh
We're
no.
playing catch with the heads of the children.
AM just comes back to somebody shouting, Aladrin, I told you not to put that there.
Yeah, we're just playing catch with the children.
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and storm the fortress. We don't need the DM.
Yeah.
We do it because we say we do it. Oh no, Aldrin killed Lee again.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's fine. It's about the right time anyway.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have done much past, actually traveling there and then into the session standing in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna head out.
Alright, see you guys
Yeah.
next.
Y'all have a
See
good
you
one.
guys later.
Adios.
Alright, I'll fight Ormus real quick. Hiya!
Invisibility. Dimension door. Ha ha.
Fuck! It's okay, I was just hitting you with a with a glove.
Isn't it great though that the two people who have warlock trait, like Ormus is straight up warlock, I just have warlock traits, have a fucking ripcord. Like I can do my turn invisible and then misty step and I'm fucking gone.
Yeah.
I can just
Well,
miss the step.
you won't be available next week. That's
Ah, I have internet.
Oh, we already got rid of Aladrin.
That's fine.
Yeah, we killed him.
Well,
It's okay.
We killed him. Yeah, we killed him off. He actually left the chat when we did it. So
Okay. But yeah, I figured you all would just make your way down and actually get into the Underdark, not this cave.
yeah.
but with Fion's assistance and with the expert guidance of this scholar, you should be able to avoid most of the terrible traps down there and just go straight to the fortress. So, because as he said, it's kind of the the thing that it's like the watchtower um, protecting the dark realm of the underneath. So it's the first building that you'll encounter that's drow. So it shouldn't be a difficult task to find it.
Don't worry, I have a plan in case if things go south.
Oh,
It may get us all killed. It will probably get us all killed if I have to implement it.
I really hope so.
I mean, that's what happens when you give us game-breaking weapons. Us underground with a club that can destroy anything, and